Hello, friend, and welcome to another episode of the Quantum Paradigm Podcast. I'm super honored to be here with you again. Today's episode is going to be extremely real and raw, and really real because there's been a lot of exciting things happening lately in my world, and I've been very upfront with sharing these things because as a coach, now you guys know I have been coaching for 20 years. I've only been on the online space for about the last year, approaching a year and a half. That's crazy. However, as a coach, I realize and really take ownership of the practice of celebration because especially as a manifestation coach and guru or queen or whatever we want to say. I have cracked the quantum manifestation code, so I do wear that title with honor and in my integrity. However, as all of those things, one of the most important things we can do is celebrate every win. Okay, I do this with my clients and I do it with myself. Why? Because it is part and parcel of rewiring the subconscious brain. Okay, so you guys know that I go deep on pretty much every episode. This is no different. In fact, we're going to go really, really deep. We're going to get meta. We're going to get personal. I encourage you to come with an open mind and an open heart today because I will be sharing some things that can really, really shift your subconscious mind forever in the most positive way if you allow it. So, and I have no notes for today's episode. In fact, the last 6 weeks or so, I've just been channeling whatever comes through. So thank you for witnessing me with that. And hopefully I can keep my brain on track because it's a little later in the day. I usually record in the morning, but I just really wanted to address something that's been coming up with the people I've been sharing with. So a little bit of backstory. These last few weeks have been extremely transformative in the most profound way. I shared with you guys weeks ago that the eclipse really, really knocked me on my ass in the best possible way. I knew it would, and I was working with the energy consciously. And so it was really beautiful, and it was a time of ending a lot of really significant things in my life and letting them go. And through that process and after that process and just through the deep recommitment that I've made to my own manifestations, my world has absolutely exploded in the most divine, beautiful, juicy, gorgeous ways you could imagine. Wealth, check. Like tribe community, check. Family, check. Like co-creations and collaborations of my absolute dream and heart, check. Like my world is exploding. This whole concept of like overnight expansion, or what we would call maybe overnight success, like it's here and it's happening. And so something that's been coming up as because I do celebrate everything. I celebrate, years ago I was celebrating the first time that I sold like a $33 service. Like I was celebrating my first $33 client, right? And now, whatever day it was this week, I celebrate everything. I celebrate every dollar that hits my bank account. I celebrate every beautiful, gorgeous conversation I have with another soul. I celebrate my children and their achievements. I'm constantly celebrating, okay? It's part of my manifestation process. And if you are inside the Unleash Your Inner Magician Challenge, you will find that it is a part of what we do consciously. So, that's why I do it. That's why I do it. And it's fun. And it sprinkles fairy dust everywhere that I go. However, because I've had so many epic celebrations in just 1 week. In fact, just one day this week was massive. I received more money in one day than sometimes I do in a month, and it's just getting started. Like that was just the first month of the first day of May, and it's like, okay, so this is how we're doing the month of May. Cool, I'm here for it. And then I was celebrating like an amazingly beautiful collaboration that is taking place, that I will share more details on as they emerge. Like literally my literal dreams that I have been dreaming of for decades are coming to fruition right now in the 3D right now. So not only have I been a busy bee behind the scenes, but like it's happening. This overnight success and like massive success is here inside my business, inside my life. And I've had the privilege of celebrating that with my close friends and family. And I keep a pretty tight circle. And I have been I'm okay. Yeah, I'm going to get emotional. Here we go. I'm so blessed and so honored to have really honest people around me who feel safe enough to share their true feelings in their hearts with me day to day. And even though my circle is tight, it's really funny because most of them don't know each other. It's like I'm the center point, and I've got my 3 or 4 closest friends or family members, and they know each other's names, but they've never met. And so it's not like they're talking. It's not like I'm talking about the same group of friends, right? I'm talking about my very personal one-on-one relationships with a small handful of people. And something that my tribe, my close tribe, all reflected to me, all of them. And these are the people, guys, who love me the most. And this was coming up for them. So if this was coming up for them, I know for sure it's been coming up for my clients. It's been coming up for my audience. It's been coming up for you guys. And it may happen more. And this is what I want you to really perk your ears up and listen to, because I want you to get so much value out of this for you as you start to hit your stride and your massive success, okay? As you start manifesting more and more and more, which, by the way, if you're listening to this, I am launching the Unleash Your Inner Magician Challenge. It's a 22-day manifestation challenge based on your human design. This is an evergreen offering, so anytime that you hear this recording in the future, after May of 2024, for instance, it will be available. The link will be in the show notes, and it will be on the website, AllisonAlchemia.com soon enough. So if you are wanting to up-level your manifestations, I highly, highly suggest checking out that challenge. The participants who have been through it so far have had just incredible results and rave reviews. All you need is 10 minutes a day for 22 days. It is that easy. It is that easy. So this is what I want to touch base with, because like I said, if this is coming up for my closest friends and family who love and adore me, then I know for sure that it's coming up for other people who are not as close knit, okay? And that is feeling discouraged when you see someone else killing it in their life and in their career, and feeling inadequate, and feeling envious and jealous, and like there's no way that you could do that. Like, yeah, maybe Allison could do that. Like, that's amazing. I love that for her. But how do I do that? I can't do that. Like, God bless my close friends and family for sharing their hearts when they're telling me like, yeah, I just kind of figured like this was a you thing. Like this, like, yeah, you can do that, but how could I do that? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Let's stop right there. Okay. So it just imagine, enter my cartoon brain with me for a second and imagine a DJ just like ripping the record and going like, like stop, time out, everybody time out. I am here to set the record straight because what is happening in my life and in my business and what is about to happen and continuing to happen and what will be transpiring over the next months and years to come, because this rocket ship is just now taking off and I have already been shown and told that I will be a millionaire by this time next year, if not sooner. Because that's happening and you guys are entering the scene now and you're seeing this massive success now, I want to right here and now set the record forever straight on where I came from and what I have been through and what I have done to get here. And then after you hear and see how actually relatable and flesh and bone human I am, then I want to reinforce that if I can achieve my wildest fucking dreams, anybody can. Okay. So I told you that I was going to get real. I told you that I was going to get vulnerable. I'm going to pull back the curtain for a moment and look at my past with you right in front of you. Okay. So I got married 3 days after I turned 20 years old. I grew up in an environment that was horrendously toxic. I grew up in a place where I didn't know if I was safe. Ever. Whatever environment that I went to and that I was in on that given day, I never felt safe. And I won't get into the details, but I had damn good reason to feel that way. And so then I got married at the tender age of 20. I had my first child when I was 23. One of the best days of my life. I became a mother. I have 3 sons now. The marriage was so psychologically, emotionally, mentally abusive and other things that I won't talk about on the podcast. I was in a religion just neck deep into Southern Baptist Christianity. I have a degree in biblical studies from the top theological seminary in the world, and was so desperately brainwashed. I was reminded by my sister today, because I talk to my sister at least 5 times a day. She's my guardian angel. I was reminded by her today that she was like, Allison, and this is the inspiration for this podcast episode today. She's like, Allison, just think about who you were 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. She said, this quiet woman, this girl who would stand in the background with her arms crossed, never smiling. I never smiled, guys. I never smiled. I was so shut down. I was so conditioned. I was so brainwashed. I was so gone. I talk a lot about the psychic downloads that I had as a child. I did have those, and I had those visions, and I always had this flickering flame inside my heart. But there was a large period of my life where I was gone. And I brought my children into the world in that state, in that frequency, in that vibration. I I wasn't alive. I was here, but I wasn't alive. And then I had a near-death experience where it wasn't like, oh, that was a close call. Like, I actually died. And I came back. I think twice in the same week. I had sepsis, septic shock, after my second son, after I brought him into the world. I won't go into the details. But my womb almost killed me. The life bearer, the giver of life, almost took my own. And then I restored my womb through conscious and health practices for a while to bring my third son into existence. And I did that. But guys, what I want to make so clear is that at least 20 to 25 years of my life was a daily, abject hell. And I am not exaggerating. And so, let's see, 3 years, I know I'm getting super, this is more raw and more real than I've ever heard a podcaster get. And I'm actually sitting here like second guessing, should I put this out there? But I think I'm going to, because you guys need to hear it. You need to understand. You need to understand, if you're going through something, that anything is possible. And you need to understand that quote unquote overnight success is, there's years and decades of work behind that. However, it's accessible, because manifestation is accessible to us all, because we live in a quantum reality. So, okay. Oh, also, I almost died from Lyme disease and countless other chronic illnesses. I was bedridden for 7 years. So when I tell my people, like, there's nothing that you've been through that I haven't been through, I mean it. I do mean it. So I'm going to step away from that energy, because I don't like to dwell there. I don't like to get sucked into the past. I will just say, even just 3 years ago, I was broke, working 3 part-time jobs, not knowing how I was going to survive my separation, getting a permanent restraining order, or at least trying to. I did succeed. It was so horrendously stressful. And I never knew if I was going to be making my bills on time. It was just horrible, guys. Like, it just sucked. And one day I remember thinking, especially when I was kind of alchemizing my experience with my religion, my previous religion, I thought, oh my God, I've been brainwashed. I saw it. I saw it. And then especially when my soul was reactivated in 2020, in early 2020, when my son died and came back. Thank God he came back. My soul was reactivated. And I remembered everything. I remembered everything from childhood. I woke up out of my slumber and out of my sleep. And I had the realization that I had been so deeply brainwashed by the doctrination of the church and the misconstrued, man-made, twisted versions of the original teachings. I thought, I've been brainwashed. Holy shit. Okay. Like coming to terms. Imagine that you've been brainwashed and then you wake up to that. So I came to terms with the fact that I had been thoroughly scrubbed and brainwashed. And then I had the most genius thought I think I've ever had in my life. If they can brainwash me, I can brainwash me. And that is exactly what I did. I decided right then and there that I was going to choose what I believed, even if I didn't believe it. Because guys, I didn't believe I didn't believe anything back then. I was nervous about doing yoga, for God's sakes, because I thought that I was invoking some kind of demonic something with gods and goddesses and whatever. Little did I fucking know that the demonic voices were the ones saying that, but that's a different podcast episode. I'm letting it all hang out for you today. My point is, you are in control. You are in control of your life and of your destiny and of your success and of your manifestations. You are. If you have given your power away to any institution, to any religion, to any belief system, or to any person, any coach, any manifestation guru, that includes me, if you have given your power away with stories like, oh, well, they can do it, but that's like good for them, they're so lucky, I never could. Bullshit. I'm calling you out, my love. I'm calling you out. Not true. It's not true. It's not true. You are the most powerful force in the universe. You are capable of anything that you desire. You are capable of everything that you desire. Do you want to make $10,000 in 1 month? Do you want to make $10,000 in 1 day? Do you want to make an impact for your family, for your children, and your children's children? Do you want to change your community in a positive way? Do you want to reclaim your sovereignty and your sovereign right to exist and express yourself fully without fear of who or what is looking over your shoulder? You are capable, my friend. You are capable. So I wanted to get as real and honest with you as I possibly can through this medium to let you know, because I know for a fact that my global success, we could call it, is beginning. It has begun, and it is only continuing, and it will continue. And as you watch from the other side of the screen or the other side of the world or wherever you are when you're hearing this, I want you to know that everything is available to you in this moment. You are abundant right now. It is a mind decision. It is a heart decision. It is an embodied decision. I'll leave you with another hack. Before I get into the hack, it's the how, right? You're like, Allison, but how? Babe, that's why I created the Manifestation Challenge, 22 days, because I wanted you to be able to prove to yourself in 22 days how much you can manifest, okay? Like, you can blow your own mind in 22 days if you really open your mind and you really open your heart and you start connecting with your own energetics through your human design chart. This is a perfect blend to really tap into that inner magician power, okay? So that's why the how is begun in there. Now, you may be able to crack the whole code in just 22 days. You may, depending on the level of conditioning that you already have up until this point. That's going to be an individual journey for everybody. But I can guarantee you that this is one of the best ways to not only get started, but to learn what quantum leaping feels like. Because, that's going to be a whole other podcast episode. Quantum leaping is a very physical experience, and the body, it also integrates it. Okay. But in 22 days, you can do so much. You can blow your own mind. So that's why that is there. That's the how. Because I hear it already. It's like, Allison, but how? Well, it first starts with the belief that it's even possible. So my friend, I dare you to believe. I dare you to dream. I dare you. I hear my 5th grade self saying, I double dog dare you. Or God, triple dog dare you. Anyway, dream big. Dream big. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not possible. Because I am here on this side of this week, on this side of this 40 years. I just celebrated my 40th birthday. After everything that I have been through, I am here to demonstrate to you that creating heaven on earth is not only possible, but if you have hung in with me this long, it is your destiny. It is your birthright. It is your birthright. I hope that you have gotten something out of this incredibly all over the place episode. I implore you to stay tuned. Stay tuned with me on Instagram. Stay tuned here in the podcast. Every week we release an episode. That's not going to stop anytime soon. DM me on Instagram at Alchemy with Allison, or find me on Facebook. Send me a direct message. And let's have a chat with where you're at and where you want to be. Let's see where I can best serve you. I offer that, well, the Unleash Your Inner Magician Challenge is evergreen. That will be available world without end, to my knowledge. I also still offer human design readings. I have 2 offerings there now. Okay, so we can do a generalized reading, which is really, really helpful to get you anchored into your human design and find out how your energetics work and what next steps are available to you that are in alignment for you. And also, I also offer a wealth manifestation reading. That link will be forthcoming soon. You can DM me if you don't see it, but that's a wealth manifestation human design reading. That's where I personally look at your human design chart and see exactly where you relate to money energy, what stories may have been picked up through conditioning, where we can start shifting that, changing that, healing the relationship with money energy, and bringing more of that into your life via the quantum field. This stuff, it not only works, it's about to be here in a few years. I believe it's the only thing that's going to work as far as money. We all know it's getting harder and harder and harder to go out there and work enough to make enough money to just pay the bills. So it's not about work harder. That's over. That's old paradigm. We need to crack this quantum manifestation code if we want to be abundant ever. Okay, so that's why I'm developing the wealth manifestation readings. And I still do also have a couple of spots left in my one-on-one mentorship. There's only, 2 spots left as of this recording. So however it feels aligned, reach out to me or just stay tuned. It's an honor for me that you have hung in this far and shared your energy and your time with me when I go on these rants. But I hope you can connect with my true heart and soul for you, which is to empower you so that you know in every cell of your body that you are the most powerful force in the known universe. In the known universe. And that's not inspirational talk. That's downloaded, correct information coming to you. So claim it, own it, love yourself when you feel that self-doubt, move through it, and then take that aligned action. It's been so good talking with you tonight. I love you guys. I will be back with you again next week. Ciao.